Welcome to this video. In this video, we will be discussing a numerical problem regarding disk scheduling algorithms. So we have a disk which has 5,000 cylinders numbered from 0 to 4,999. So what this means is that the disk has just finished servicing a request for cylinder number 1805, and it is currently moving from left to right towards cylinder number 2150. So what this tells us is that the disk heads are currently moving from left to right. This can be important for algorithms like look and scan, because if the disk head is moving in a certain direction, it will keep moving till a certain point and then reverse its direction. So that is the reason why this bit of information is important. And over here, you can look at the disk queue. The operating system has made requests for all of these cylinders in this order. They are in no particular order, as in increasing or decreasing. It just depends on what the operating system really wanted when it made these requests to the disk. So let's first take a look at the first come first serve algorithm. In this algorithm, whichever request has come first in the queue will be serviced first. So the disk heads will keep moving from one request to the other in the order in which they come in the queue. So currently the disk heads are servicing request 2150, and after servicing that, they're going to move on to 2069, which is the first request in the queue. So this is what I have written here. So from 2150, they move to 2069, and in doing so, they travel 81 cylinders. And this number is obtained by subtracting 2069 from 2150. So 2150 minus 2069 is 81. From 2069, they're going to move to 1212, because 1212 is the second item. It's the second request in the queue. And in doing so, they travel 857 cylinders, and so on and so forth. The last one to be visited is, of course, 3681, because it is the last one in the queue. And by moving from 4965 to 3681, the disk heads travel 1284 cylinders. The total distance traveled by the disk heads can be obtained by adding all of these differences. So 81 plus 857, so on and so forth, plus 3442 plus 1284, the total comes to 13,011 cylinders. Let's move on to the next algorithm, which is shortest seek time first algorithm. So the heads are at 2150, and they will move on to the cylinder which is the closest to 2150. So here you can see that the closest to 2150 is actually 2069, and the distance is 81. From 2069, they're going to move to 2296, because 2296 is the closest to 2069, and the distance traveled in doing that is 227. From 2296, they're going to go to 2800, so on and so forth. You can see they keep going towards larger cylinders, and that is not what SSTF always does, but in this case, that is what is happening. So when the disk heads reach 4965, they move back to 1618. They cannot go to, for example, 1523, because 1618 is the closest to 4965 when the disk heads have already reached 4965, and so on and so forth. And when you take all of these differences and add them, you get 7586 as the total distance traveled. Now let's go to the scan algorithm. In the scan algorithm, the disks would go in a particular direction all the way till the end of that direction, and then they will reverse direction, and then they will process all the requests on their way back, and they will go all the way to the end of that direction, and then they will reverse their direction and start going in the original direction all the way to the end again. So this bit of information over here, that the disk heads were just finished with 1805, and now they were moving towards 2150, and servicing a request at that point tells us the direction in which the disk heads were moving. They were moving from, in this case, left to right. So we have 0 over here, 4999 over here, and we have 1805 which just got serviced, and the disk heads are currently at 2150. So the heads are moving from left to right. So the disk heads are currently at 2150. So the next one, the next number that is just bigger than 2150 is 2296. At 2296, they will go to the one that is just bigger than 2800. It does not have to be the shortest seek time, or they don't have to be in this order in the queue. Scan does not work like that. So scan would go to the request in an order as if the requests were sorted in increasing order. So if you take the queue and you sort them, what would happen is you would have 356 on the left here, and you would have 4965 on the right here. And the disk heads are actually going from left to right, and whatever is coming in their way, they're servicing them. So at 2800, they're going to go to 3681, and when they reach 4965, they're actually going to go to the end of the disk in that direction. That is 4999. Even though 4999 is not part of the queue, the disks are still going to go to 4999. And in doing so, they will incur about 34 cylinders. From 4999, they're going to reverse their direction. And what is going to be the next request in that direction while coming back? It is going to be 2069, because the disks were actually, the heads were actually at 2150. So the next smaller number is the one that is going to get serviced, because the rest of them, anything bigger than 2150, has already gotten serviced when the disk heads moved from left to right. Now they're going from right to left. So from 4999, it is going to go to 2069. And in doing so, we have 2930 cylinders that got traveled. From 2069, it is going to go to the next smaller number, because now it is going from right to left. And then it will stop at 356. From 356, I'm not going to go to 0, because at 356, all the requests have been successfully handled. Of course, in real disks, that heads always keep going from left, from 0 to 4999 and back. But here our queue is limited, so we are going to stop at 356. And the total distance is a sum of all of these numbers over here, and you have 7492. So what is the difference between look and scan? What look is going to do is, once it reaches the last request in that direction, which in the case of scan was 4965, right? The last request on the rightmost side is 4965. What scan does is it goes from 4965 to 4999. Look will not do that. Look will see that, okay, there is nothing after 4965, so I'm going to change my direction at this point of time. I'm not going to go to the very end of the disk. So from this number, right, 7492, I'm going to remove this part, because the disk is not going to go from 4965 to 4999. And I'm also going to remove this part, the part where it goes from 4999 to 2069. And I'm just going to add the part where it is going to go directly from 4965 to 2069. So this 4999 stop is going to be removed. So these two numbers of 34 and 2930 are going to be removed from this total of scan. And I'm going to add the direct distance between 4965 and 2069, because when it will reverse its direction from right to left at 4965, it is directly going to go to 2069 if the look algorithm is being used. So I'm removing 34 and 2930 from 7492 over here, and I'm adding the distance between 4965 and 2069, and I get 7424. Now let's go to the C-scan algorithm. The difference between scan and C-scan is that In scan, when you reverse direction at 4999, while coming back, you take care of all the requests on your way, right? So at the right side, when you reverse your direction and you try to go to the left side, anything that comes in your way is going to be serviced. That is why it first went to 2069 and then to the smaller number and so on and so forth. But in C-scan, what's going to happen at 4999 is that from 4999, it is directly going to go to 0. So on the way back, it is not going to service any requests. Only after it reaches 0 will it then go from left to right again and take care of all the unserviced requests in the order it sees them. So at 0, it will see 356 on the way from left to right. From 356, it is going to go to 544, from 544 to 1212, and this is the direction it is actually going in, because it is going from left to right. When it immediately came from right to left, it did not take care of anything. It's only taking care of things again once it has reached all the way to the left. And when we add all of these numbers, we get 9917. The biggest chunk is coming from the sweep from the end here at 4999 all the way to 0, and that is 4999. That is the C-scan algorithm. Now let's go to the last algorithm, that is the C-look algorithm. And C-look is just a variation of the look algorithm. In the look algorithm, the heads, they will not go to the very end of the disk. As we saw, they directly went from 4965 to 2069. But in C-look, what is going to happen? They will directly go from 4965 to the left. They are not going to take care of all these requests while coming back from right to left. And in C-look again, they are not going to go to 0 from 4965. Like right in C-scan, at the very end, it goes to 0. But in C-look, what is going to happen? They will go to 4965, which is the last request on the rightmost side, and they are immediately going to go to 356. They will not go to 0, because going back to 0 is the job of scan. Look is a little clever. And when you put the C, it means that while going back in the other direction, these requests will not be taken care of. The heads will immediately jump as far back as necessary. They will not go to 0 as necessary. 356 was the leftmost request. So they're going to go there. And from there, they're going to again take care of things from a left to a right manner. That is from 356, they will go to 544, 544 to 1212, so on and so forth. And they will stop at 2069. And when you take the sum of all of these numbers, you will get 9137. So I hope this example helped you, and your doubts or whatever questions you had about all of these algorithms and all the confusion between the C variants, the look, the scan, FCFS, SSTF got a little bit cleared after looking at this example. Thank you.